Day Joys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I am going to do a homeschool room tour. So let's get started.
Dirty dishes, peaceful wishes, blissful messes tangled up in joy.
So we have been using this room for about 4 years now, and we've had it set up different ways. And some years I've shared a tour and some I haven't, but I thought I would kind of do an updated tour of how we're using it now, since we're kind of doing things a bit differently and we have more schooling kids. So let me turn this camera around so I can show you our schoolroom. If we walk in onto the schoolroom, behind me is the living room and the stairs to the right, and this is our schoolroom. I'm going to close this door and show you and start over here. Now this, we haven't been very good about using this last year, and I definitely haven't got it set up this year, but this is a reward system that I found from Candace on Homeschool on the Hill, and she has a video, I will link it above, about how she uses this, and it's awesome. I just haven't been very good about keeping up with it for the past year or so. Over here is just where I keep certain items. For instance, we have construction paper, note cards, glue, paint supplies, and some more puzzles for the little kids over here, as well as dry erase boards and clipboards. And then we have an area for folders. This has coloring books, and then this one also has coloring books. I think this one's supposed to be magazines. I also have a whiteboard and a corkboard back here. And then up here I keep some of my YouTube stuff and extra stuff that doesn't really have a place, like these tripods and this tripod that clips on things, and things like that's coming up, like Halloween and fall, so we're going to make these pumpkins. And then I have these crosses. So just some extra little knickknacks. On this windowsill I have school supplies that we would need. On over to this area, I don't use a lot of these work boxes anymore necessarily for school. They just hold certain things for us. And this bookshelf right here is used to house our preschool curriculum and resources. I will link a video above that shows a little bit more in depth of how I organize that. Over here, just have a shelf that has different things in it. This is a unit that goes to our house that will play music in the whole house. In here we have those mess-free Crayola markers that are awesome. They're clear, but they write in color. I use this shelf to put more YouTube stuff, like SD cards and things like that. This coffee container I got a few years back at a garage sale that was full of pencils. We've since used them, but this just has clips and then extra pens and pencils and stuff like that that are just on the ground, or crayons. They just get put in there, and then we put them where they go some other time. This is a fun cactus from my friend Ashley at Grace and Grit. I don't really use this right now, but that's here. On the top of this bookshelf has some globes. I love globes. They're so much fun, and some artwork the kids have made through the years. This was an awesome globe, a 3D puzzle globe that the kids and their dad and I put together one night when the little kids were asleep. And then this is always a fun this is a fun piece of artwork that I got at a store a long time ago, and it just has all the things that us as moms and homeschool moms love, like be a good listener, use kind words, laugh, clean up, take turns, work hard, make memories, encourage one another, say you are sorry. Awesome little reminders of what we're supposed to be doing with our little kids and supposed to be doing ourselves. This is our whiteboard. That's actually two whiteboards put together as one, and it has, of course, the month that I just got those, at the Target dollar spot or somewhere over the years, and I hang them up. I have an area that says this month, anything that I can focus on what we're doing that month, like this month, schools, sports, camping, etc. Next month will be, that we're going on a little getaway as a family. Then I have things that I would like to do. Last month I had write letters to the grandparents, and we've actually done that, just haven't sent them. Go on a hike to a waterfall, haven't done that. And go camping, which we did over Labor Day weekend. And then it has for memorization, we're memorizing this Bible verse this year. I shared that in the first day of school video, but it's Philippians 4 through 9, and I just love these verses, and that we can pray this over our year. And then our current read aloud is listed right here. And then this is a really neat bookshelf that I got several years ago at a little mom and pop bookstore that was closing down, and I got it for $5, and I just put certain books here. I haven't really updated these for this year, but these are the ones that are here for now. And of course we've got some rulers over here. And these bins, I really like them, but I haven't been the best at using them the past couple of years, but I really like how they work. I will show you a few things that's in them currently of how we're using them. This first one that I'll show you has pattern blocks, and it has the cards that you can use to use the pattern blocks, and then we have magnetic ones and just the plastic type ones. This bin has some sets of readers. As my 4-year-old gets older, we will work on these readers as she starts to learn how to read. In here we just have some preschool type resources that we can use. This has writing paper, this has printing practice, and here are some dry erase boards and writing paper. This is my son Lincoln's drawer, and it just has like some stuff that he's worked on through the years and artwork. And then this is the same for my daughter Julia, artwork, books she's made. If you can't already tell from the colors in the room that are the primary colors, I like schoolish type of stuff. My background is elementary education, and that is what I got my degree in, even though I never really worked in a classroom besides student teaching. I just love the schooly type of stuff. So we have this map here of the United States. It's a rug, and then I have this other rug right here, and this is the little kids table. I got that table at a consignment sale I shared a while back, and this just works better than them having their own desks for now. Moving on to this side of the room, we have a little bookshelf that has different types of books. It has some mats they can use for learning, and then some, as well as some felt boards with the felt characters that the preschoolers can pull out and use. It also has this really big little kids book that I got for $1.25 at a used bookstore. And it also has this big huge book that was also $1.25 clearance, The Clock, A Story About Time. And we'll move on to my son's desk. And if you watched my update video, you heard that he is going to public school. And if you want to find out why, I will leave that video above so you can check it out. But this is his desk. He can come here to do homework, or if he has a project to work on, or he just wants to come and sit in here and work on something just for fun. And this is an area for him to have his own stuff. I like to have maps in here, so this is an awesome map that we got several years ago, probably from like Office Max or something. And so we have this over here, and then we have a door to our porch, as well as a closet that needs much organizing. It holds the printer, craft supplies, and all of that. I'm not going to show you guys what's in there right now. Moving on to the back of the room, we have this area that we can hang artwork on, And then we have a desk that mostly I use, but anybody is welcome to use it in our family. It has a computer that we often play Pandora and music on while we're in here working on schoolwork, or sometimes the kids have to do computer work and they use this computer. On this back corner of the room, we have our big trash can. We have a big container thing that has dress-up clothes in it, and then we just have lots of supplies. I'm not really a minimalist. I need to work on I need to work on getting rid of some stuff, but this is just all our schoolwork type of stuff and where I keep it. And then in there as well has lots of cookie cutters and things like that that we can use when we pull this out. On this shelf I have a bin here with stuff I use with Julia, my 4th grader. And then I have Bible type of books. These are books that just need to find a home. They are having to do with the Indians right now. I bought a lot on eBay, and so there's just all different kinds of books, and then some American history type of books that I'm not ready to part with yet. We have a bunch of flashcards for math over here, and we have planning supplies. Onto this shelf, we have a CD player that we use sometimes when we have to put a CD on, or with the little kids curriculum, they have a disc that we listen to. It also works as a radio, so we have that in here. And then I just have some area for extra school supplies. A good tip is at the end of the back to school season, like getting ready right here and over the next couple of weeks, like at Target and Walmart, where they're moving on to getting the fall and Halloween type of stuff out, and they move the school supplies and they get to be really cheap. So you can stock up and get some stuff. So we just have some supplies over here. And then I just have some more jars and cans and things like that with certain things like dry erase markers, pencils. I have these counting bears here. Back here, just kind of random things that we can use for manipulatives or crafts. I have my chalkboard markers. This has mostly friction pens and then some other types of markers as well. And we have a container of markers, a container of crayons, lots of extra glue, and a labeler. And in there is just full of extra junk that we don't need anymore. And at some point in the year, we make junk art and get the hot glue guns out and make a creation with a bunch of junk. And it's called junk art, and it's really fun. Over here is just some books from over the years, some schoolwork that I am keeping from the kids, some fun things like these books that they can use to make a book, and extra type of stuff like that. Some science type of things, and we have some math manipulatives. Up here we have some books that I keep separate from where we have our home library upstairs. Most of all of these are the Newbery winners, and so I like to keep those up there, and the kids are welcome to read them at any point. I just keep them up there. And then I just have some extra things up here, or like some of the curriculum that we're no longer using and I need to sell or get rid of. And then moving on to Julia's desk. This is her desk. This is where she does her work, and I usually pull over the chair that's at my desk right over here and sit with her. She has most of her curriculum right here, and she's actually at her co-op day, so she has a lot of her books there as well. And then we have a calendar and again a map of the United States. A few years ago I got this from the Dollar Tree. In this bookshelf, it has lots of different supplies. We have some file folders that we can use. Has curriculum that probably we won't use, but it's just like workbooks and stuff, and we can get them if I need to use them. We have lots of notebooks right here and just some fun extra stuff. Over here is where I keep our art supplies. And then down here has extra games for the kids. And then we have holiday type of books down here. This basket mostly has Christmas books, and then we have some other holiday books over here. And up here we have all of the cursive letters that the kids can refer to if they need to. Thank you guys for taking a peek in our homeschool room. Do you have a homeschool room? If you don't, it's totally okay. I don't think that you have to have a homeschool room. We just happen to have one. You can homeschool anywhere. You can homeschool at the dinner table, on the couch, on the porch, in the backyard, in the car, at a park, anywhere. Where do you school if you homeschool in your home or at the park? Where do you homeschool? And what's your favorite spot? Let me know down below in the comments. If you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more. And we will see you in the next video. Happy schooling and homeschooling. A homeschool tour, room tour. So